Next tonight to President Biden and Ukraine's President Zelensky, both here in New York, both on the world stage, and both pleading for continued help for Ukraine, warning of the consequences if countries tire of their help for that country. President Biden addressing the UN General Assembly, calling for global unity on climate change, artificial intelligence, but most especially to stand united against what Russia is doing in Ukraine. President Biden asking if you allow Ukraine to be carved up, is the independence of any nation secure? And then Zelensky's plea before those very world leaders. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, traveling with the president. She's here in New York tonight.
With President Zelensky watching on, President Biden rallying America's allies at the United Nations, urging them not to abandon Ukraine.
Russia believes that the world will grow weary and allow it to brutalize Ukraine without consequence. If you allow Ukraine to be carved up, is the independence of any nation secure? I'd respectfully suggest the answer is no.
Biden arguing it's in the allies' interest and America's to stand together against Russia.
We know our future is bound to yours. Let me repeat that again. We know our future is bound to yours. And no nation can meet the challenges of today alone.
Echoing Biden, Zelensky warning the threat of Russia stretches far beyond Ukraine.
The goal of the present war against Ukraine is to turn our land, our people, our lives, our resources into a weapon against you, against the international rules-based order.
Zelensky cautioning anyone who would cut a deal with Putin that he can turn on you, just as he did on mercenary leader Yevgeny Prigozhin, the former Putin ally who led a mutiny against Moscow and died when his plane mysteriously crashed exactly 2 months later.
Evil cannot be trusted. Ask Prigozhin if one bets on Putin's promises.
It was quite the scene at the UN here in New York today. Mary Bruce back with us here in New York tonight. President Zelensky travels to Washington, to the White House later this week. Many Republicans making it clear already they want accountability, how all of this money is being spent. But those same Republican leaders also know that without America's help, it will be very difficult for Ukraine to win against Russia.
It will. And David, Republicans are increasingly torn on this. A growing number on the far right want more guardrails in place on this money. Some even want to stop funding Ukraine entirely. Press today, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy wouldn't commit, while others like Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell say the U.S. has to keep funding this fight. The bottom line, David, Zelensky has his work cut out for him in Washington this week.
Mary Bruce back with us here in New York. Thank you, Mary.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.